Assalamu alaikum. The Ottoman Empire is counted among the greatest empires in Islamic history, an empire that ruled not only over Turkey but also over vast regions of Asia, Europe, and Africa for more than 800 years. This empire was famous worldwide for its military strength, strong administrative system, justice and fairness, and its clear Islamic identity. In today's era, the history of the Ottoman Empire has once again become a center of public attention, and the biggest reason for this is the historical drama series and films produced by Turkey, which highlight the lives, struggles, and sacrifices of the heroes of the empire's early period. Among these great personalities, the most prominent and important name is that of Osman Gazi, who is known as the founder of the Ottoman Empire. Through his continuous conquests, extraordinary bravery, and excellent political strategy, Osman Gazi laid the foundation of a state that went on to become one of the most powerful empires in the world for centuries to come. Osman Gazi was not the chief of a very large or powerful tribe, but his courage, determination, foresight, and military skills earned him a distinguished position among all the Turkic tribes of Anatolia in a very short time. Under his leadership, the Turkic tribes united, and a strong Islamic state came into existence. After the death of Osman Gazi, his son Orhan Bey took charge of his father's legacy. Orhan Bey not only continued his father's mission, but also further organized the administration of the empire, strengthened the army on solid foundations, and expanded the structure of the state. The vision, sacrifices, and political wisdom of these first two rulers laid the foundation for the expansion of the Ottoman Empire. Over time, the empire became so powerful that even the major world powers began to acknowledge its influence. So much so that at one point regions as distant as America were paying tribute to the Ottoman Empire. Orhan Bey's personal life, especially his marriages, has always been a topic of debate in history. He married 7 or 8 times during his life, which raises many questions in the modern era. People want to know why there was a need for so many marriages when Islam allows only 4 marriages at one time. Similarly, questions are raised about why his wives included non-Muslim, particularly Christian women, whether they accepted Islam or not, and which wife clearly refused to accept Islam. The real name of Orhan Bey's first wife was Holofira, whom some historians also call Princess Olivera Lofra. However, she is mostly known in history as Holofira. Holofira was originally going to be married to a Byzantine tekfur, castle governor. Interestingly, this tekfur was outwardly Christian, but had secretly accepted Islam. Osman Gazi was also invited to this wedding ceremony, but the real purpose was to assassinate him in order to stop his conquests. However, the tekfur secretly informed Osman Gazi about this conspiracy. Osman Gazi took timely action and attacked the fortress where the wedding was to take place, conquering it. During this conquest, Holofira was also captured, and at that time she was dressed in bridal attire. Later, Osman Gazi married her to his son Orhan Bey. After the marriage, Holofira accepted Islam and was given the name Nilüfer Hatun. Nilüfer Hatun gave birth to the great Ottoman Sultan Murad the Faith, who later proved to be a powerful and renowned ruler. Because of this, Nilüfer Hatun is also referred to as a sultana. As the mother of the first sultan, she enjoyed exceptional honor, respect, and influence at the court. At the time of her marriage, Nilüfer Hatun was approximately 18 years old. Orhan Bey's second wife was Asporsa Hatun. There is a clear ikhtilaf, difference of opinion, among historians regarding her background. According to some, she was the daughter of a Byzantine feudal lord, while others describe her as a woman of Greek origin. Orhan Bey had 4 children from Asporsa Hatun: Ibrahim Bey, Fatima Hatun, Seljuk Hatun, and Sharifullah. There is not much detailed information preserved in history about these children, and even the available information contains considerable ikhtilaf. Orhan Bey's third marriage was to Theodora, a Byzantine princess. Her father, John VI, was the emperor of the Byzantine Empire. At that time, the Byzantine Empire was suffering from severe civil war, and for this reason John VI married his daughter to Orhan Bey in order to obtain military and political support from the Ottoman state. This marriage was purely political in nature. Before the marriage, Theodora set a condition that she would not accept Islam and would remain firm in her own religion. Orhan Bey had a son from her named Khalil Bey, who was later executed on the orders of Sultan Murad I. After the killing of her son and the death of her husband, Theodora left the Ottoman Empire and returned to Constantinople. Orhan Bey's fourth wife was Afi Hatun, who was the daughter of Gündüz Bey, the elder brother of Osman Gazi. In this way, she was also Orhan Bey's cousin. This marriage was also political in nature, aimed at strengthening unity and relations between the two tribes so that the empire could be further stabilized internally. The fifth wife was Bilal Hatun, who was the daughter of a Byzantine feudal lord. Her family belonged to the Byzantine royal lineage, and the name of her family is mentioned as Kalilogos. This marriage, too, was conducted in light of political circumstances. The sixth marriage was to Malik Hatun, but very little information about her is available in history. From Malik Hatun, Orhan Bey had a daughter named Sultana Hatun, about whose life history the sources are also largely silent, and everything else is based on speculation. The seventh wife was named Theodora II. Since Orhan Bey had two wives named Theodora, she is referred to as Theodora II. This was also a political marriage. Theodora II was the daughter of the Serbian prince Uroš Stefan IV. The purpose of this marriage was also to gain Ottoman support against the Byzantine Empire. At the time of marriage, she was only 12 years old, and once again, very little detailed information about her is available in history. Some historians also mention the name Maria Hatun and consider her to be Orhan Bey's eighth wife. But according to many historians, Maria Hatun was actually another name for Theodora I, which is why they do not recognize her as a separate wife. Now, if the question is raised that despite Islam allowing only 4 marriages, how Orhan Bey married 7 times, the answer lies in the political and social conditions of that era. At that time, there was severe political turmoil. The Ottoman state was constantly at war with Byzantine emperors, and civil war was also ongoing within the Byzantine Empire itself. Different Byzantine rulers married their daughters to the Ottoman prince Orhan Bey in order to benefit from Ottoman military power and political influence. The second important point is that history does not prove anywhere that Orhan Bey kept more than 4 wives at the same time. It is possible that he married again only after one of his wives had passed away. In that era, deaths due to disease, young age, and wars were common, so having more than 4 marriages does not mean that all of them were alive at the same time. As far as the matter of accepting Islam is concerned, it is partially true that not all of Orhan Bey's wives accepted Islam, but it is also incorrect to say that none of them did. Most of his non-Muslim wives later accepted Islam, as we see in the example of Nilüfer Hatun. Only one wife clearly refused to accept Islam, and she had placed this condition before marriage. Moreover, Islam permits marriage with women from the people of the book, so from a Sharia perspective, there was no prohibition in this regard. At that time, intense conflict was ongoing between the Ottoman and Byzantine empires, so such political marriages cannot be considered unusual. In that era, most marriages were conducted not for love but for political interests, alliances, and state stability. Orhan Bey contracted only one marriage based on his personal choice and love, which we have already mentioned earlier. Friends, this was our detailed video for today, in which we shed complete light on the life of Orhan Bey, all of his marriages, and the political background of that era. If you like this video, do give it a like and share it with your friends. God willing, we will meet again in the next video. Until then, take care of yourselves.